I was actually, caught by the boy that talked about theory and no practical, in schools, because I actually made, a point of going into some schools, including the places I also went to school, when I was schooling. It's annoying. It's saddening. It's not in any way, encouraging for you to see what happens. You go to the laboratories, there is nothing.
Nothing at all.
And you're studying computer science, there is one big macro computer sitting down in a room, and they are going to be telling you about the parts of a computer. Sometimes it takes the grace of God for the computer to come alive. I think that a whole lot should be done, because I don't see why a mechanical engineer will have a car breakdown and will look for a roadside engineer. It doesn't tell well of our curriculum.
Roadside engineer or mechanic?
Roadside
mechanic. We understood.
Roadside. They also engineer.
Okay.
They got their no certificates, no certificates. So your car breaks down. You're an engineer, mechanical, and you're looking for a mechanic on the road to fix your car. It doesn't add up for me, and it comes from the fact that the curriculum is all talk, no action.
See, this has been a problem since forever. At least through my own educational journey. And I know I went to good schools. There was no form of practical whatsoever. Our labs were moribund.
Wow.
There were a number in secondary school. There were a number of test tubes. What do they call them? Microscope, almost a telescope, and all these other things, But as far as living memory serves me, I don't recall a time when experiments were conducted in the lab that yielded any result for people to understand. The most practical we did was in home economics. I know how to make scouring powder. I know how to use a needle and thread and things like that. But when it came to things like sciences, it was dead. There was nothing going on there.
We did,
and that's as far back as when I.
Sorry? You also didn't have any practicals as well?
Practicals in biology,
chemistry and physics.
We
did have a few.
We did.
In my school, it was
chemistry. What are you going to do?
It was bare minimum.
You see, the thing here is that government does not even encourage the people who do practicals.
That's the teachers.
No, the students.
Okay.
I went to a polytechnic. When you're looking for a job, they give the BSc holder.
Yeah.
The BSc holder, all he knows is paper.
But even at the BSc level, there should be practical.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The people that are doing the practical, are not employed. They're second class.
Yeah.
So you see, there is something fundamentally wrong with our educational system. That thing is bad. They always give a preference to BSc holders.
True.
BSc holders who sometimes I don't know whether they did the exams themselves or they didn't do the exams
Even
themselves.
Polytechnic, some of them did not do the exam.
Okay, fine, if you say they didn't do. But the thing here is that why discriminate with the people who can do the practice?
But I think a law was passed some years ago.
It was.
Do they follow it?
It has not really come into full implementation. But I completely support what you say, because ordinarily when I'm looking for somebody to do something for me, sorry, my colleagues in BSc holders, in holding, I'm also a BSc holder. I prefer to go to the HND. Because I have found out, yes.
I don't look at your paperwork. Can you do it?
I've
That's
actually
all.
found out that most people that go through the polytechnics are very hands-on in technical things.
They are more hands-on.
Because they do practical.
They do a lot of practicals, they do a lot of internship. So by the time they come out, they are grounded. While the ones in the universities, less of this is emphasized. For the same course, less of practical is emphasized, but more of theory. Sure. But then it's something that we should look into. And then some of them, like a boy who came in to do internship, and said he was studying information science. I assume that if you're studying information science, you would have been exposed to a lot of things in the computer. And unfortunately, he was in third year, and I asked a question. I'm sure he's hearing me. He knows his name. What do you know about computer? The person did not know how to touch the computer. Had never really seen a live computer. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it becomes a problem, big time.
So is the point we're making now that education is one of the reasons why people
Yes.
are, because
when you're done with theory and you don't have anything, our educational curriculum should be, arranged in such a way that as I'm finishing, I have so much in my head that I want to actually go out and create a job for myself.